You know how you know you're working in your genius zone? You wake up with this maniacal energy. You feel like a mad scientist in a lab tinkering when you're building something that's in your genius zone. And even when you run into setbacks, you still love the thing. That's when you know. I wake up and I'm like, oh, there's a problem. Let's solve. Everyone, welcome back. Today we are, oh my goodness, we are so hyped up from seeing everybody. And for those of you who couldn't make it, you have to come next year because it is incomplete without each and every one of you. We had an amazing event. Just so good to see everyone. What we want to do today is a debrief on the event. For those of us who were there, we have so much to say and share about it. I feel like there's just so much that we all want to get out, and there's just never enough time. And then for those of us who went there, we'd love to bring you in to the experience with our words and what we share today. So I would love for you guys to start with what was your, and Riddhi was talking because she joined late, so she didn't go in a breakout room, and she started talking about BRRRRCon, and we were like, wait till everybody comes back, then tell us. Wait till everybody comes from the breakout. Riddhi, can you just, you're the one who's going to start. Tell us, what was your biggest takeaway, and who did you meet, and what did you learn that you're implementing?
Yes. So the reason I'm here today is because I went to the BRRRRCon. All these months, I've been on the program for about 4 or 5 months now. And I haven't joined this call because of the work commitments and everything. And today, too, I was late because of the work commitment. I got pulled into a call. Anyway, but it was truly an amazing event. And it's not just words, I really mean it. I met some of these amazing people. So I really connected well with many of them. They are super duper helpful people. I highly, highly recommend everyone to go next year. I'll definitely be there for sure. But yes, it's an amazingly helpful team and so much encouragement, right? I mean, I haven't closed on my first deal yet, but I have my goals. I really want to move forward. And I think this event really pushed me forward tremendously. So I am so glad I went. Thank you so much for putting that together.
100%. What are you inspired to do? What's the big thing you're inspired to do?
Number one, being on this call, because
Yes.
this good boost. I shouldn't have
That's
to
a huge
wait.
win.
So, yes, that's a
You
huge
know
win.
what? We all have different lives, and for some of us, making to a call is a huge win. So kudos to you. Yes.
Absolutely. And yeah, we've been attending the Sunday calls as well. I think almost more than the last month. So that's been super helpful.
I know who you love more now. You love my husband more than me.
Hey, that's why I wanted to share the love I'm here today. So I can.
I love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So good. So good to see you. Oh my goodness. Who wants to go next? Oh,
Arul.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, this was my first BRRRRCon. Seeing all the people there really pumped me up now further, and the groups that you put together with the discussions, that was fantastic. Just to hear and see how they started and how they progressed, that really showed that anybody could do it. It's just, you got to take the effort to do it. And until you take that first step, you could get a little nervous, but I told Nisha on just now, I said, don't give up. If you have any problems, reach out to any one of us, and we're here to help out. And we'll definitely guide you through. And we may come back with some questions ourselves, but yeah, definitely worked out.
That's awesome.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, last minute, right? I think
Last minute, yeah, last
Arul
minute.
was our last person to be like, all right, I'm doing this. So we love it. That's awesome.
So you left your tropical paradise to come to Philadelphia?
Yeah, exactly. Too cold.
Right.
Oh, that's true. You have palm trees and the ocean, but you're wearing a jacket.
Yeah. You see that?
That's awesome. Who wants to go next?
I mean, I can share a couple. Oh, Monique, you go. Monique, go.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Monique, then
I'm not,
Eileen.
I hate speaking, so I'm going to try my best.
No, you don't. What did we find out? Your genius zone is you'd love
You
to
love
I
to
sing.
can sing. I can
sing.
sing. I like to
Yeah.
sing. That's
Wow.
just something that I do naturally. But I just want to say that I knew I was going to go to the affair, but I didn't know what to expect. All right. But once I got there and I met you and I met your husband, and everybody seemed so welcoming to me and so warm. I felt okay as soon as I felt like I was in a comfortable and safe spot. And after that, I met some people. I sat at the table with some new people. I introduced myself and we found out a little bit about each other and we exchanged numbers. And I think what I took from the affair was that you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it, and that this group is a big support. It's like after hearing everybody's stories, I felt so inspired, extremely inspired, that I just felt like, wow, this is amazing. All the support here, and all these people started from nothing, and then they wind up having 1 million portfolio, 2 million portfolio. I said, wow, if they could do it, I could do it too. But the whole thing was just beautifully done. Everybody's stories was so inspirational to me. And I just got to tell you one more thing, is that because of that meeting and that conference, I put an offer on something. I just was like, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go. I'm going to look. I'm
Yes.
behind. I was behind like a couple of months, maybe 8 months, 7 months. But I said, ain't no way I'm not going to do this. There's no way. I'm just going to do it. And so what I did, I started looking, even though I finished almost all the videos, but I said, to hell with that. I'm just going to go for it.
Oh,
And
I
so-
love that so much.
Yeah, I just did it. Listen, my offer, I put it in today.
Oh, nice.
Today. And I'm waiting, and I'm just so nervous, but I'm so inspired and I feel confident. Even though I'm nervous, I feel like if I don't get this, it's okay. I'll get something else. I'll just keep trying. But I just got to do it because I see y'all, anybody can do it. All of you are doing great. I'm so proud of everybody. I love the people that I met there, and everybody's so supportive. And I thank you for putting this all together, you and your husband and whoever else was involved.
It's a team effort. We counted how many people were involved in putting this event together, and the count reached to over 20 people were a part of it. So yes, thank you for that. Monique, you were the biggest hype girl for everyone. And I think in hyping other people up, you hyped yourself up. And this is why I'm always like, the more we hype other people up, it's going to encourage us. You guys, whoever was there, like she was sitting in the front and she's like taking everybody's picture. I was like, Monique,
I got everybody's picture. If you
and like,
want to,
somebody's taking pictures, somebody's taking videos. You don't need to. She's like, nope, I'm going to do it.
I'll send it to you.
It's so good. It's so good. You're amazing. And
Thank you. So
congrats on the property.
you made me feel so welcome. I just wanted to say, and I kept telling her how pretty she was in person, more pretty in person, and she was
So are
blushing.
you. Oh my God. What a room full of very good looking people, I must say.
Absolutely.
Yes. So this is the first event I actually got my hair and makeup done professionally. And it's a biggest hack if you ever have an event that all of you, especially the icons, you guys are building big things. Like you're going to someday put a big event. Biggest hack saves by the time I don't know how to do any of it. So by the time I get done, if I do it myself, I'm already tired and I still don't look good. And I had like this girl that cuts her hair. I'm like, do you have time? Can you come at 6 a.m. and bring somebody who can do makeup too? And they were both done very fast because they went at the biggest hack. If you ever need to like save your energy for a big event, this was the first time I did it. And I'm so glad. I'm never going back. Outsource, right?
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Cool. Yes. Thank you, Monique. You're awesome. You're amazing. Eileen, were you going to say something? Let me get my tissues.
It was so, no, I'm not going to, I got emotional on site. I'm not going to do it again. But there are no guarantees.
No.
I know,
Cheryl and I
you
have
know
a deal.
me.
When Eileen starts talking, we've both decided.
I have tissues right here.
See,
Listen,
she's prepared.
it's how I roll. I'm like
I
an
love
emotional
it.
person.
Love you for that.
I know, and I love you guys, and I love the event. And I mean, I just wanted to say that it's just so inspiring and so energizing. And the holidays, we were talking about this in our breakout group. The holidays are such a challenging time, and it's just so crazy. And we all have so much going on, but like the timing of this event is actually perfect, I think, because it just like re-energizes and re-inspires you for the year to come. I think you get so much energy from the people in that room, and it's just incredibly inspiring to see like some of the some of the people who have been in the program for a while, like myself, like there's this healthy sense of competition. And I think
Yeah.
that's great. And like even the people who I would consider newer, and then you see them like, oh, they're at 5, oh, they're at 6. Oh my, they're catching up. And but you're so happy for them, but it also like motivates you
Absolutely.
too.
It's
And then I just love
inspiring.
I
You
love
get
hearing from
inspired.
the
You're like,
newbies
if they're
too.
new and if they can do this, I'm so inspired to do more. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. It's great
Yeah.
because everybody is sort of like seeing everybody's progress and seeing everybody's numbers, and we're celebrating the people on the stage, and we're all so happy for each other. And it's just like such a supportive environment that you don't get. And I think I've said this before, like I don't have a W-2 anymore. And as much as my W-2 was like very stressful, I loved my coworkers and my colleagues and just being able to like share day to day like wins or advice, or just you know how it is, you build the camaraderie with your coworkers, and I don't have that anymore. And so it's, what am I going to do, talk to my cats? No, I have you guys. I have my friends and my husband. But yeah, I do miss
Yeah.
that water
Right.
cooler talk, being
About
able to
this.
talk shop, and that's what this community is all about. So just it is super inspiring, like all year long, to have these calls, to have the community, to have people, my accountability group, and to be able to ask questions. But being in person with everybody, and I don't know, especially the newbies, I feel like there are a couple of people who are real new, and it's believe the hype. Like it's amazing. And you're trying to talk people like almost like into it, but I don't think people need much convincing when they get in that room. The last couple things I will say is like, one of the things that stuck with me is the genius zone. And Palak, your example about your son and the Legos, and when he's there and he will just keep going and keep going. And so I've been starting to think of like things like that in my life, because I definitely sort of get like in that like obsessive zone and mindset, and like how can I channel that into my business. So I've been thinking a lot about that, and then also thinking a lot about what Shelley said about fear. And without fear is actually good. It can be a motivator. Without fear, we would be like eaten by lions, but we have the motivation to run away from the lion, and we have the motivation to build the wealth. And so it's okay to be afraid, especially when you have like people to support you. So I don't know. It was just so much fun, and I just love it. And I was sad to leave on Friday. It was just a really amazing time. And thank you again, Palak and Nidhi and Danny and everybody behind it.
So
Yeah,
good.
it was awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the conversation about the genius zone. So something we had talked about with the icons on in June was this conversation around genius zone, and I thought we talked about it so much after that we were like, this would be a really good thing to share at BRRRRCon, because we see you guys do your deals and you all do them differently based on your personality, right? And what a gift to discover and live in your genius zone, even 50% of the time. And the goal is to
So
80,
Paula,
90% that.
for those of us who don't know what the Genius Zone is, could you just give us a real quick?
Yeah. So
you.
there was a book written in, I think, 20 years ago, and we're going to share the recordings too, so you'll have the full training, but it's all about, and by the way, she mentioned Shelley, and I made a mental note to say that we have a mindset coach whose name is also Shelley, and we have a Shelley now in our group too. So there are 4 zones that we operate in at any given point in time. There's a zone of incompetence. It's no matter what you do, you just can't get it right. And I always give the example of the postal service. Like I go to if I ever end up in the UPS store or the USPS location in my area, I never know what to do. When I had a W-2, I would go to my admin and I would be like, I don't know what, like I understand that you have to print a label and you have to type the stuff and send it. I just can't, it just doesn't come to me. That's your zone of incompetence. There's a zone of competence, which you can call and make an appointment, load a dishwasher. That's zone of competence. Then there's a zone of excellence, which is very deceptive, because those are the things we are praised for. That's probably what our W-2 is for. That's the stuff that ever since we're a kid or even as adults, we get promoted for that. Those are things we're good at, but we don't necessarily thrive in. And so that's the zone of excellence. And then there is our genius zone, which is work that feels like play to us, but work to other people. And discovering that is such a game changer because then you can build a business around it. If you have a business, you can figure out what you're so good at that no one else can do, that you focus your energy there and outsource the rest as you start scaling it. That's a privilege we earn as we scale a business. And discovering that is such a game changer because one, we don't beat ourselves up over things we're not good at. And two, we can really amplify what we do on a day-to-day basis when we know our genius zone. A lot of us also, I can go on and on, but I won't. A lot of us also downplay it because it comes so naturally to us. We don't see it as a genius zone. It's played to us, but we don't realize it until other people bring it up. It's maybe there's a friend that is very good at reading people, and I'm not, like, in a room full of people. After an event, I'll always be like, I wonder if that person was comfortable because I have to work harder to read between the lines. And then some people are really good on the spot. They're very aware. They can immediately figure out, I'm an engineer, like my brain works a little differently. But so we learn to work with those people and fill the gaps that we have. And so knowing your genius zone is just such a game changer for building your business, for doing your deals, for scaling a business, living a life, all of that. Yeah, that's it. But we'll share the recording too, because it's just beautiful. It's where you feel deeply in service, but you feel like you're playing. And I give the example of just the last thing I'll say. I always think, how you know you're working in your genius zone? You wake up with this maniacal energy. You feel like a mad scientist in a lab tinkering when you're building something that's in your genius zone. And even when you run into setbacks, you still love the thing. That's when you know that you're like our businesses that we've built, even when we run into challenges, we still love it so much because that's come from a place of like, I wake up and I'm like, oh, there's a problem. Let's solve it. Ooh, what am I going to do now? That kind of thing, like that tinkering, mad scientist energy. So that's it. Yeah, thank you for that question. I love talking about it. Cool. That was great, Eileen and Shelly. By the way, I was telling Shelly that her background. Wait, do you go by Shelly or Michelle? What would you prefer?
I prefer Shelly.
Shelly.
Yes.
I saw her background. I was like, are you an interior designer? That looks amazing.
Thank you. See, that's my genius zone. You just taught me something.
It's gorgeous.
That is.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Awesome. Fabulous. Who's going next? Tell us, inspire us.
Can I share?
Danny. Yeah, I was like, where's that voice coming from on my screen? Yeah.
All right. So I have listened to all of you, and I'm really trying to not get choked up or tear up. But I meet with all of you. I see you all on these calls. I get to hear about your progress every check-in, every Wednesday call. And just meeting you all in person, getting to hug you, being able to celebrate those who have met those milestones for 1 million, 2 million plus it was amazing. I'm just so proud of each and every one of you. And for next year, I can't wait to see all of you on that stage. So just being able to build and see and just hug you guys and celebrate your success up there, it was unmatched.
100%. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you, Danny. We had 19 awards this year, you guys.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
We had 5. First BRRRRCon, we had 5. We had 19 awards. 1, 2, 3, and 5 million, right?
Palak, did you
Cool.
think that this would get as big as it has? Like I remember when you started it.
Oh,
And
I was so scared. I posted in the group too. If you scroll back like 2, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I don't even know. I was so scared. I posted in the group. I was like, do you know how I tell you guys to do the uncomfortable thing and take, blah, blah, blah. We're going to do it. We're going to do an event. Because if anybody has put on these events, they're a big undertaking. And I was like, we're doing this.
I was telling Palak before we got on. I mean, Palak and Needy are Palak and Needy, right? They're amazing. I think you're in your friend group, in your family group, you're probably like the, people that host the parties, right? I think you're one of those people. So I think you're probably pretty good at it. But an event is a different animal. And so over the time that it's grown, how has that changed you? Have you changed to make this an event for the people that we see now?
Oh, that's such a great question, Cheryl, because every year it surprises me. We do this event for you guys. It's for you. We spend significantly more than the ticket costs. So like it's for you guys. And what I end up realizing towards the end of the event is it was so good for me. And every year I forget, because like the goal is we're here to serve you. So the goal is to put these on for you guys. And then at the end, we feel so fulfilled and just so happy to see all of you that it's just as much for us. But then come November, I'll forget that again.
Well, you keep doing it because you forget.
Keep doing it. Yeah. So Sharan, those of you who met Sharan a few years ago when he came and spoke at the event, Sharan was our mentor. And I mean, he's still our mentor. He now works with, he's business partners with Alex and Leila Harmozy. For those of you who know those names, they're big names in the business world. So he moved on to be their business partner, and he's amazing. So he mentored us for a few years, and he came and spoke at the event. And he was the one who inspired us to put on the event. And he said, live events change lives. And another phrase that he used that I use with you guys often is transformation does not happen in isolation. And yes, virtual calls, this is amazing. And you can get just as much out of it, but the event are for you to feel connected, for us to come together as a community. So yeah, it was all inspired by, he's the one who planted the seed.
And you're taking it forward. Amazing.
Yeah. All right, who's going next? Cheryl, we missed you.
I miss you guys. So I need this. Whatever you all are going to share, I want to hear it. I'm so sad that I missed it. Next year, I hope to be there. And I went last year and it was incredible. And if you're thinking about, for anything, like I'm not talking about real estate necessarily, but anything, if you are trying to get yourself to take action, whether it's to walk more or eat better, whatever it is, I think there's no better way than to have a community around you. And this is that community for this particular thing. All right, I want to hear it, please. I'd love to hear. What's your takeaway, please? Because I wasn't there.
Next.
Yes.
Arena, yes.
Hey.
Yes. So, as everything we do in this program, BRRRRCon was taught me a lesson. I have takeaway, right? I learned that it's normal, as Eileen said, it's normal to be scared. It's normal to doubt yourself, I felt like a little more normal after Shelley's, especially after Shelley's session. I loved that session. So I felt like, oh, it's not only me, it's actually other people as well. We cried together, we laughed together. We had lots of fun at that BRRRRCon, so that was amazing as well. I got
a big party.
Yeah.
That ends in tears.
I got a challenge out of it. I just ordered the Genius Zone. So
you ordered the book?
I kind of know my Genius Zone, but kind of don't know. So that's a challenge. I'm going to try and confirm my Genius Zone, So I'm going to read the book and I'm going to work on that. That's my challenge out of BRRRRCon. Then next one was an achievement. When I last year went to BRRRRCon, and everyone was getting their 1 million awards and 2 million awards. I was like, next year, I'm going to come here and get my award. So I got it. That's an achievement. And then what else?
I cannot believe it's only been a year and a
I
half.
know, really, it's only been a year. That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
I met you last year. Was it?
Yes, it's been a year
Wow.
and a half since I'm here, and it feels
it?
like so fast, and it feels like forever as well. When I think about what I have achieved, I feel like, oh, it's so fast. Look where I am. But from other side, when I think about you guys, I feel like I know you forever already. It's been like forever. So yes, it's amazing. It's been an amazing journey. Something else I wanted to say. Yes, when I went to BRRRRCon, I was like kind of little down, not down, like I'm never down in this journey, but like a little demotivated, let's say, because I've had a lot of issues going on. So now I'm again, pumped up, motivated, inspired by people who achieved so much in this program. I look at people who reached 3 million, 5 million. Wow, just wow, and they're so inspirational. And also by newbies, same as Eileen was saying, like I look at newbies and they inspire me because they're full of energy and they want to do things, and it's contagious. It's just contagious. So yes, thank you for doing that, guys. Appreciate it, and had lots of fun, learned a lot, and can't wait for the next one. We should do it more often.
No, we should, right?
And we should do it in Florida next time.
Oh my
I
God, yeah.
froze to death in that Philadelphia.
Well,
Florida.
yeah. Our Icons members want to do the next Icons retreat in the Cayman Islands.
Great. I've been there twice. Let's go.
Let's go. You could do it here in Minnesota in the summer. How about that?
Oh, thanks.
Oh, we
Shay.
could do Philly in the summer.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh my goodness. So, new folks, if this is your first call, this is not how all the calls are going to be. This is just this call, just because we're so hyped, and you're going to be the same way next year. But I feel like inspiration and excitement is contagious. And whether you were there or not, you're going to leave with just so much energy and knowing that you're in the right place. So not all calls will be like that. We're just like, yeah, it's been something cathartic. I don't know what else to call it. All right. Anybody else? Goldie, you unmuted.
I did, yeah.
Goldie, I don't know if your ears have been ringing, but I've been saying your name
Oh, yeah?
almost I've been talking about how inspired I was by our conversation the entire time.
Yeah, and for those of you who didn't hear, which is all of you, I was telling Palak and Niti that they literally changed my life. Like literally, obviously the wealth building is amazing, but just like the confidence and the happiness, and like I was in such a rut when I joined the program. And so I'm immensely grateful for the way you changed my life beyond wealth building. So for you newbies, that's what you have to look forward to as well. But I wanted to say it really inspired me. I like the quote you just shared, transformation does not happen in isolation. It's so, I feel like I got in a bit of a rut here the last few months of just kind of like putting my head down and doing the work. There's so much that needs to get done, right? I get like emails for my insurance, and the properties and this and the other, you get in the weeds, but it just really reminded me that the people aspect of it is so important. And so since coming home from BRRRRCon, I've made pushes to meet with my like accountability group and the Jacksonville group that we have to get back into the people aspect of it because it's so important.
Yeah, you're so right. And it's so easy for the rest of our work to take over our lives. And then this also starts feeling like work. It is work, but there's so much more joy in it. And I'm glad you're retapping into it. Yes.
Matt, show us the mug.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm not seeing things, right? Yes, I knew it. I
That looks
recognize
amazing.
the-
Amazing. Awesome.
It's such a good mug. I recognize the little
It's a
correspondent.
Nidhi was like, he spent a significant amount of time on that mug, choosing it.
Glad to see it. It definitely is. So
Yes.
can I ask what And first of all, I'm going to say one thing is, in all the conversations that we're having here post BRRRRCon, none of it is like tactical. Some of it is tactical, but none of it's like, all right, we need to call you need to call, or you need to find a realtor. And that's important, by the way, if you're just starting out, of course. But a lot of it is just connecting. A lot of it is just getting the motivation to sit down and do the work. And so I think the what you've done, Palak and Needy's not here, but the two of you together, you've put this event together that reminds us how important it is that we need each other, and that it maybe is just a text or a Slack message or a call away from being able to do that next thing that we need to do. So I just want to say thank you. I wasn't there, but I'm getting inspired because that's what this group is, to kind of get to that next level. So my next question then for all of y'all is, what happens now? So now it was last Thursday last Friday, you guys were all together, that we were all together. What happens now? What are you going to do now? Inspire us with what happens. Now that you had the chance to be together, what will you do? I would just love to hear it. This is all like a personal,
I'm glad you asked this question. And I'm glad you mentioned the tactics too, because we had a ton of that as well.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I know you did. But when you think about the
So
takeaways,
great though.
it's not, okay, well, you need to dial this number in order to get this. It's more like we need each other. I know there were tactics, and I know, you have that. It's in your notebook somewhere. But when you think about takeaways, that wasn't what came out first. Okay, so what are you guys going to do now?
Yeah. What's next for you? What's next for you, Divya?
Just put me on the spot, Palak.
Yes, that's it. You
Yeah,
and
didn't
Arul in the same location. You and Arul are hanging out on the same beach.
I know, right? I see him here, Ro. Well, just answering your question, for me, really, BRRRRCon came at such a great moment for me because I joined the program a month ago. And for me, it was really about really coming, meeting people, networking. And like most of you on this call, I quit my 9-to-5 job, and this is my now 9-to-5, my full-time job. So I'm going to make the most of it. And whether it's networking, meeting people, understanding their journeys, their strategies, and BRRRRCon gave me all of that. And meeting them in person is different, right? You exchange energy differently. You understand what this whole organization is all about. And I mentioned it during BRRRRCon. It is a heart-centered event, right? Community where everybody's so giving. I felt safe. I felt seen. And what I'm going to do next, moving forward, is start investing. Like 2020, I have my goals. 2026. Create my LLC. I've just been holding off for 2026. I've got all the modules out of the way, and now getting into action, putting my deals and building wealth like everybody else is on this group, which has been so inspiring. It almost feels like magic to me. Every time I speak to people, they're like 5, 6, 10. I'm like, wow, it's just like, how is all of this happening? I know on the outside, it seems like magic and there's a lot of work that needs to go into it, but I'm ready for that.
I love it. Yeah, and it seems like you're already visualizing that for yourself, which is half the battle is to believe that it can happen for us, right? So that's awesome.
It's all because of you guys, and thanks so much.
It was it was so funny because I see some of you guys who recently joined. I see you on a live event, and then I see you on these calls, and then I see you guys a month later, and you're like you've done a deep dive in it. So it's like within a month I've seen you go from, or within a few months, it's different for everyone depending on how much time you have, but like see you guys like just getting to know you all the way to like, all right, we're doing this. So that's awesome. Eileen says this group is magic. Oh, there are some comments for Danny. Danny, so much love to you. Look at that.
Oh, these are so good. Can I read them? Danny was a real sweetheart. This is from Monique. She hugged me and was so excited that I attended BRRRRCon. Her personality, yes, is contagious and supportive. I love it.
I just have one complaint with Danny that I was gonna take her son. Her son is 1. His name is Knox. I was gonna take Knox, and I told her I'm not giving him back to you.
Oh, he's so cute.
He didn't want to
Oh
come
my
to me.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
So stinking cute. Oh my gosh.
I
Okay,
threatened
how
to
did you
eat
do
him.
that?
Yeah, what
So,
was that? Was
what
it a
did you
Knox
just
doll?
do? Can you do that again?
Oh, that was a
Okay, that was
phone.
scary.
No,
Mm.
That's so
that's so weird.
Yeah,
You
that's so
can't
weird
see
that
the
it did
phone,
that.
you just see the baby. He's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
He's cute.
Yeah.
Matt, you're gonna say something.
Oh yeah, thank you. No, just kidding. So I wanted to say, like, the takeaway and what I'm going to do next was my takeaway was just being around all of you. It's just amazing. This community is so motivating, and to be around like-minded people, and a lot of just the conversations that we would have one-on-one. You know, people, everybody operates in their own genius zone, and it's not my genius zone sometimes. So just to hear other people's perspectives on how they handled some of the same challenges, whether it was with construction or finding tenants, um, was very informative for our process as well too. And so just to, for instance, I wanted to shout out Natasha, and I told her I would. We were sitting across the table having dinner on Friday night, and Ange and I were talking about going through our HELOC process. And at the time, we had talked to our primary mortgage lender because we just went through, for everybody that doesn't know, we just went through a big rehab over the summer with our house, and it really dramatically increased the value. And so we wanted to tap into that HELOC to get some good working capital to just go do some more deals. So we returned to our primary mortgage lender, and we were able to get over 200,000 in a HELOC. However, there was going to be $12,000 in closing costs and an interest rate of around 9%. But after talking to Natasha, she said either she did or she suggested checking with your local credit union. And I was like, oh my God, what a great idea. So literally, like, Friday night, we got back to the hotel, and I'm like filling out applications for our local credit unions and putting in phone calls. And so they got back to us this week right away. It's the same thing, over $200,000, no closing costs, and prime minus 0.5%. So it's like down to
Wow.
Oh my
6.5%.
God. What the what?
And so just, I mean, that's just
amazing.
one example of so many conversations, just what comes from a conversation, whether it was Matt and Elaine or Goldie or anybody else that we talked to. It was just, you just take away so many things from what folks are doing here. So it's a super supportive community, and everybody's
That was magic, by the way.
rooting
That
for
was magic. Yeah, magic.
And it was also great to hear the icons on stage. What was it different this year? Everybody was talking about not only the worst thing that happened to them, but what was the best thing that happened. So that was huge as well too, because there's always going to be problems with real estate investing.
I know, we're too realistic. I'm always like, what were the challenges and how did you? I was like, you know what? Let's not talk about that for a second. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the best thing. I'm glad we did. Okay, we're gonna do that again.
That was a great idea, because sometimes you just crush it out of the park.
And
and
you're
that's
all crushing it, but we're always talking about problems.
right.
We're never talking about where you're crushing it.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to, somebody once said, if you want to make, money that people never make, you have to be willing to take on problems that people are not willing to take on. Big money doesn't come without big problems. Just get over it. It's what it is. Do it.
That's it. Yeah. So good. That is a great idea, by the way, to reach out to your credit union for your HELOC, because your local bank will always be willing to lend to you better than the national banks. So that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Natasha, for that.
That is
What are you
great.
gonna, what are you gonna say something, Natasha?
Yes, I just wanted to say, so my husband and I are obviously in the program together, but I think bringing him to BRRRRCon really opened his mind up quite a bit. I primarily drive investing out of state, but him being in the room with everybody, and he is not an extrovert by any means. Like, would rather just, I'm not really feeling good, I'll just stay in the hotel. I'm like, no, you're coming with me. So just being exposed to other like-minded people really just shifted him when we came home, because a lot of us, we don't our social circle doesn't have these conversations, and it's weird because we want to talk about our wins and our investments, but it's more like bragging, more or less, so we just don't say anything we just Yep, we just invest in real estate and that's what we do. So I really love that part of it. I asked him, are you gonna come next year? He's like, well, maybe. So it definitely wasn't a no. And then I loved meeting everybody, like actually getting to talk to people that I've been talking to for like 2 years. So getting to see everybody and then having those conversations in the hallway or or at dinner or coffee was really, yeah, it's just life changing because the energy there was, yeah, it was amazing. And then also everyone just being vulnerable. They'll tell you what number they're on. They'll tell you how much debt they have. They'll tell you how much equity they have, how much money they've lost. No questions asked. Like nobody judges you. They'll share everything and anything you want to know. Everybody is an open book. And in the community, it's crazy. You can even, just text people on Messenger or phone on the phone, whether you're like at 4 million or if you're just getting your first deal, everybody will share their stuff. There's no secrets. And the community is amazing. It really is amazing.
Oh, yeah. It was.
I love it.
You guys
Natasha,
were on
thank-
stage this year. What was your portfolio size?
Since the program is 2-1.
2-1. 2-1. Oh, 2.1 million? 2-1. I love how whenever I talk to people these days from the community, like, what's your portfolio size? Oh, we're just above 2. It's 2 million. I love it. That's so great.
I will say one thing for next year. You have to have the people that have quit their 9-to-5 jobs stand up. Because Anita,
Oh,
she
yes.
quit her job. I remember I was on the phone with her and her husband, and he's like, I want her to quit by March. And I talked to her over lunch, and she's like, I quit my job. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Oh, yes.
That's a good idea, Palak. Who did you say, Natasha? Who did you say quit her job?
Anita.
Who rarely comes to the calls. Like, she rarely comes to the calls.
She's
Her
not
husband
able
comes
to,
the
right? Yeah.
calls, but she was the one who attended BRRRRCon.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And
That's a great idea.
she rarely comes to the call. So I was like, have we met? But we've met, just not on the calls.
Yeah. Eileen came up with another name. She's so good at naming. That could be your genius zone. The Quit Club. Girl, that's your thing. You're so
Yeah.
good at that.
Yeah. So I love that. The Quit Club. It's
Matt
so
said she can start coming now.
That's what I told her. She said, "Oh, I think she said she wasn't like they had were dividing and conquering." And I was like, "No, you got to come to the calls. So when, you come to the event, we know who you are." So we had 15 awards, and then 4 people from the audience said, "Well, I crossed 2 million. I just didn't tell anyone. And now I'm feeling left out." So people, please continue sharing your wins and your portfolio size in the group, because now we're going to have to ship them the awards because they never told anyone.
Makes it easier if you can get it in person, right?
Yeah, and we want to celebrate you, right? And on the first Wednesday of every month, we have a planning session. And if you continue to fill out the link with us, then it helps us plan and celebrate with you. But okay, so this is something that I've realized about our community over the 6, 7, 8 years we've been doing this. There are a lot of introverts in our community. So we understand where you're coming from. That's what we're made of. Like, we're not flashy people in this group. So that's what it is. All right, who has an amazing plan that they want to share? I liked what you asked, Cheryl. The question's great. Monique says, me, except when I'm singing. Yes. We're going to have you sing sometime.
Yeah, I'd love to hear. Yeah. Well, since Natasha spoke just a bit ago, so what is your plan now? You're at 2-1, just at 2-1. What happened? Like, what is your plan now?
Let's just ask her this. How many doors you at, and where do you want to be by end of 2026? How about that?
Total doors, we have 11. in Philly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stores in Philly, 5 properties. Next year, we're going to go into a new market. We're going to go to Jacksonville next year.
Nice. Yes. Eileen's happy. Oh, all the
Yay.
folks from
Look at
Jackson.
all the Jacksonville people. Wow.
Yeah. Wait, Elaine, you're moving to Jacksonville?
I thought you had one. No, did I make that up?
No, I'd like to move into Jacksonville, and I got some like signs at BRRRRCon to move to Jacksonville because I had at least 4 people come up to me and say, I need to talk to Elaine, who's in Jacksonville. And I'm like, who is Eileen? You don't mean
That's hysterical.
Elaine, you mean Eileen. And no, they're like, no, the name is Elaine. And I'm like, I'm Elaine, but I'm not in Jacksonville yet.
And you're like, I might as well.
Yes, these are signs, right?
That's
Signs.
hysterical. Yes. That was
So
me.
right now, you guys are investing in Texas and you're investing in Pennsylvania, and now you're moving to also Florida, third market, or you may consider.
Yes, it's a toss up between Oklahoma and Florida, but I do like I do like Jacksonville. Been watching the market, and it's
Like, nice. Yeah.
Well, if you need more convincing, NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors, just came out with housing hotspots for 2026. And guess what's on there? Jacksonville. Top 10.
Love it.
It's in the top 10.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For
That's
economic, demographic, and housing indicators, populations, blah, blah, blah. It's a good market. Let's chat, Elaine.
Vivian says, Elaine, you're hilarious. I'd invest in your comedy career. Elaine's really, she said, what did you say about where you get your material, Elaine, for your comedy?
Oh, it's completely my family. It's my husband, number 1, and my 3 boys. So they're all hilarious.
Yes.
Too
They're
good.
awesome.
That's great.
See, and that's another thing. Like I get these signs in these like events. Like this is another sign. So many people came up to me and said, "Oh yeah, my timing's great in comedy." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know." As an introvert, like I'm still processing the event itself. It's now Wednesday, but there's just so much, and haven't been able to really form words yet on like the feelings and all that. But I think Divya said it right. This is a heart community. And I do want to also say, like, I think Palak had shared, this isn't the time to be small. This is the time to go big. And that's so true. I went to BRRRRCon last year. That was my first time going. And I had the opposite like reaction in my head. I'm never going to make it on stage up there. Never. I had one property at that point. It was 250 ARV. And I had so many problems with that one property. And I sat there going, I don't know how I'm going to get up there on stage. And I don't think I will, but I got up there this year, which was just crazy. It just goes to show like this community really so supportive. I wouldn't have done it without really all these people here. And to meet the new people, I had somebody come up to me and she was just like, I was so scared to meet you. And my heart just sank.
Yes, I was there. And she said that.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I am just like anybody. If not, I'm like nothing. I'm just a regular
No,
person.
Elaine's thinking, well, I'm scared too. I thought I was the one who was scared. I mean, not really, but like, you're like, I kind of see myself as that, not see myself as somebody who'd be scared to meet me. Yeah. It was very cute. It was Dao, I think, who said that to you.
Yeah,
Dao is one of our new members who joined.
So
a month ago.
eye-opening. Oh my gosh, I never thought I would ever like be in that type of position, where someone's so afraid to talk to me because I just feel like, oh my gosh, I was just like, no, I want people to come and talk to me. I'm happy to talk to anybody. Like I shared with Goldie, I'm like, I have like no friends where I'm at, all the moms in my area like totally hate me because I don't. Yes, they do.
Goldie's like, come move to Florida. I guess I just don't fit in, I just don't fit in. And there's material there for my comedy routine.
There you go. You fit in here. How about that, right?
There was a time when I wanted to call this community Misfits community, by the way. That was among the many, many different names I toyed with. And I chose a very boring name, portfolio program. But I was like, you know what? Misfits sounds good. But
The
yeah,
subtitle.
so you're home over here.
I'm happy to be called, I guess, a misfit. So
Yeah, I was like, we're all misfits. No.
yeah, we all started at the same place, right?
Yeah. You know what's interesting about what you said, Elaine? And this is something that it's hard to believe it when you're in it, but it really doesn't take that long to completely change your life. And it's a cliche. We hear it so much that we think people are just, it's Kool-Aid that somebody wants us to drink, but it really doesn't. 1 year can be, your life can be completely different. So many of you quit your jobs after 1 year. I can see folks here, Natasha, Maya, Eileen, Goldie. Yeah. Anupam, maybe also, right? No, not Anupam. I'm making that up. Maybe I'm manifesting it. Divya. Divya had already quit. But it really is way faster than we think. Time is not linear. You can be time traveling through your success, right? You can really just collapse the time. And how many properties did you guys acquire this year?
Oh my gosh. I think it's from 1 we jumped up to 10, 11 doors. So 10 properties.
It's awesome.
Look at
So
Divya's
good.
face. That says it all, doesn't it? Wow. And I knew that answer, by the way. That's why I knew the answer was that high, but your face was priceless. That's it.
By the time I got to the icons panel, they were gesturing from the back. And so I had to be all right, let's go talk about this. Let's talk about this. So we couldn't deep dive into any of this. But yeah, we'll have to do a panel again. Cool. What do you think we should do next, Cheryl?
Do you want to try a breakout or do you want to keep
Should
talking?
we just hang out here?
We hang
Or
out
break
here. Yeah.
Let's share. How about, I'm just thinking of the new folks and the folks who weren't there, because I want to make sure this call is valuable for them with more than just our emotions and our inspiration. Can we share the top tactic Matt shared about what he learned? How about a few tactical things you learned from the event that someone can take away?
Do right now kind of stuff, or do soon.
Yeah, something tactical that you learn. And so while you guys are thinking, so we had Saad from Baselane who came and did a demo with the group. And he talked all about technology and real estate. He's going to come and talk to the group about it too. So he's going to do a longer version of that in the community. And then we had Instalend. They're going to come and talk to us as well. Of course, we had Brian. And then Nidhi went into, at every event, he usually does a state of the market, how are we tweaking BRRRR to match the market cycle we're in, what's working, what we're shifting, how does he see the future, and how we're looking at our portfolio. So we shared that. That was just, and then of course there was Shelly and there was the icons panel, and we talked about the Genius Zone conversation. So everything in one day, squeezed into one day. So yeah, what were a couple of tactical things that perhaps you can share with the group that they can execute? So I loved Natasha's advice where you met calling your credit union. A lot of you I know have equity in your primary residence. Tap into it. Credit unions are great. Your primary mortgage company, whoever holds your mortgage, whoever holds that first lien, call them. They are great for HELOC as well. I've told you guys this, but it can be really powerful, your HELOC. So if you're considering renovating your house, if you have the passion to do it, our strategy doesn't fully work on primary residence, right? Because what we teach here is about scaling your portfolio and running it like a business. But you could do, it's a low-hanging fruit if you're thinking of renovating. So I'm sitting in a BRRRR. Like, this is our primary residence has one floor that we fully renovated and then pulled the cash out in the form of a HELOC, and we're about to do it again. This is the third house that we have done it to. You can very quickly make 6 figures by doing this on your primary. Tap into that equity. The last house we did it in, I got a HELOC for $120K. This is like 7-8 years ago. $120K HELOC. Took it to a lender, put it as seed money to buy a 10-unit building that then appraised for over $1 million when we got done. Nidhi and I were just pulling comps yesterday, and now it's worth $1.5 million. We just made $500K on it just by keeping it and renting it out in appreciation. So we took the $120K, turned it into that property appraised for $1 million when we were done, when we did the first BRRRR on it. Then instead of paying the HELOC back, we sold the property. So it was also a flip, because then we made that money. We didn't have to pay it back. We made that money. So it's just so many layers to what you can do with your HELOC. So Matt says, we're going to turn that $200K into $20 million. You heard it here first. There you go. That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, it can really up level you because you have a nice big chunk now.
One of the tactical, I guess tactical and strategy, but something that people can start to do right away is Nidhi talked about the 10-10 forever relationships concept. So like, what is it? Find 10 people that you can really invest in for 10 or so years that will pay you moving forward. And I mean, this community, I don't know if I can call it one of my 10, but yeah, you'll start to build relationships with people, and it kind of like ripples out from there. And so to get back to like the tactical piece that you can do right now, if you're just starting out, like when I was starting out, you just have to start to have those conversations. I don't necessarily love picking up the phone and talking to strangers, but like you just have to get over it and do it. And then you start to meet a few key people. Like for me personally, I made like 3 or 4 calls to realtors. I got a sense of, their style of working, and kind of went down one path with one who gave me 3 or 4 recommendations for general contractors, who gave me, oh, this is my favorite roofing guy, who I still call like 3 years later. And so things kind of ripple out from there. So when you're starting out and you're investing in a market that you're not in, don't get so overwhelmed with all the relationships that you don't have. You can just start with like 1 or 2 people. And from there, once you find a person like, okay, they seem smart, they seem like they know what they're doing, they're really experienced. And you can also tap into this group too to help find those relationships. So, when you're first starting out and picking your market, try to just like hone in on a couple of people, because then you'll start to get recommendations and build. I have a huge team in Jacksonville and lots of people that I trust, and people like outside this community that I turn to if I have questions that are just in Jacksonville. So that would be one piece of advice for like building those relationships that can be your forever relationships. Just start making like a few phone calls, and it will like expand from there. And I also saw that somebody asked about identifying the right neighborhoods, and I don't know if anybody else wants to chime in on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer that.
Yeah,
Eileen.
Palak,
If you want to just add your take on it, then I'll take over after that. What do you think?
I mean, my take on it is like the modules definitely show you how to identify neighborhoods, just in terms of, you want to find opportunities of distressed properties under 100,000. So there's those factors. Do your own research on like the population growth, the job growth, all of those things that kind of signal that a market is poised to remain strong for a few years to come. And then like if there's something personal that you can add to it, that's great. Is it like a market that you went to college in? Do you have a couple friends that live there? Like if there's a personal tie to a market, like that's fantastic. I'll just tell you really quickly and then I'll stop talking. But I narrowed it down to 3 based on sort of like factual like statistics. And I had 3 markets that sounded really, really appealing to me. I couldn't make up my mind. And then I just Googled flight prices. And I was like, which market is the cheapest to fly to from New York when I have to go there a
Awesome.
few times a year? And it was Jacksonville. I was like, done. That's my market. So yeah, there's a little hack, but I'm sure Palak can give you lots of really great
Yeah.
insight into markets too.
That's so good, Eileen. I love that. Everyone brings their own flair to this process,
Mhm.
right?
Very
what I'm
technical.
seeing-
Yeah.
What I'm seeing works for people. So number one, modules, and we have standard operating procedures. You don't need anything. Just go through the modules. And as you go through it, it'll give you the steps to narrow down your neighborhood. It has many different ways you can do that. But what I've seen is what really helps you take action as opposed to just absorbing information. So first of all, there's no substitute for modules. For all new folks, if you want to succeed, make sure you go through the modules because it is very fact-based. It has all of the information you need and nothing you don't need. So definitely go through the modules and then come to the Wednesday and the Sunday calls. And when you go to the Sunday calls, you're going to see Nidhi analyzes deals from all over the country. People bring their deals, he looks them over. When you just go and hang out on Sunday, don't need to do anything, don't need to prepare anything. You just go and hang out, look at how he's analyzing the numbers, look at where people are investing and where the numbers look good to you, right? So there's all the markets are slightly different from each other. And so that's going to help you identify like, oh, I'm seeing like these are the 7 markets consistently appearing in his analysis on Sunday calls. And then I love what Eileen said, and then figure out like, hey, is there a market that's close to you? Is there a market where your parents live? Is there, is that going to make it easier for you to visit it? I would say you want to make sure you can, okay, we've had people who've never been to the market or the property and have built an entire portfolio. So you can totally do it without ever going there. But I would say go to the market at least once and check it out. Go meet some people. Go, go drive around the neighborhoods. Go scope up, just if you go and meet your realtor, your contractor face to face, that really helps. So that's what I would suggest. But modules and just showing up to the Sunday calls and of course Wednesday calls. I don't know why I'm pointing people to my husband's calls. Come to this call. This is more important.
With us. Stay with us.
Yeah. Come on. Yes.
Awesome.
Does that help? Cool. Yeah. And then of course, we're all here. Any questions as you're going through it, any questions you have, just post in the group. And then if you haven't already introduced yourselves, new folks, like go and introduce yourselves in the Facebook group. And the more you tell us about yourself, the more people will find things that are common and then they can reach out. And it's just an icebreaker, right? It just helps with the connection. That's all. Yeah. Cool.
This was a fabulous call, Palak. Thank you for the
So
recap,
good.
the tactical and the emotional tips that came out of BRRRRCon. Really good. I just remember Eileen. Eileen is, oh yeah, you're here. Not Eileen. Elaine. Ah, so good. Elaine.
You just did it.
I
What she
just
was
did it.
talking
I
about.
did it. You both have to start investing in Jacksonville. But I remember Elaine last year, like right after you got like 15 properties or something. It was like right after being live
Yeah.
with everybody. It was like something I'd never seen
We
before.
do see an uptick after BRRRRCon in acquisitions
Yeah.
because, we all get pumped.
Yeah.
So
Take
yeah,
the momentum. Yeah, take it. Take it
absolutely.
for whatever it is. Might not feel like why do I have it? Doesn't matter. Just take it.
Yes.
Take it.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So next Wednesday, we've got Tim. Tim is joining us.
Yes. So Tim is our accountant and the accountant to some people in this community.
Yeah.
He's going to come and talk all about year-end taxes. And he's going to have his own ideas to share. This, you guys in the chat, it's too funny to keep talking and not laugh at the chat. But he's going to talk about his own ideas. But if you have any questions, bring them for him. He'll be here to answer them. all about taxes and accounting.
Year end.
Year end.
Change. I just have to read what Elaine wrote. Eileen and I will wear shirts that say her name at the next BRRRRCon. Won't help because it's just, I don't know. The names are too similar. I don't know. I say, we know what it is. That's the thing. You guys are amazing.
Yes.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Sunday with Neeti and back here next Wednesday. I'm sorry, what, Shelley?
I was just going to say, I just want to thank everyone. Like, this has been an incredible introduction to the program so far. Like, I didn't really have any hesitations about joining because I got the feel that this community was really strong and it would be exactly what I needed. And you guys, I mean, you proved that in the first 5 minutes of this call. So I'm so excited about that. I will be reaching out. I'll reach out in the Facebook group, and anyone that's willing to do a quick coffee chat with me, that's my goal. I want to get to know you all better, really learn from you. And then if I could be of any assistance, absolutely want to be able to do that. Just wanted to say thank you. Appreciate you all.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And welcome, Nisha
Welcome.
and Shelley and Neha, I think. I know Neha's not new, but I don't know. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't know which Neha it is because we have a Neha who's been here for a while and there's a new Neha. So welcome to anybody I missed welcoming. And we'll see you next time. Talk about all about taxes. There'll be no emotions. It'll be all about taxes.
Other than our tears. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Y'all have a fabulous day.
When you're ready to get serious, you can join us at theinvestoraccelerator.com.
It's like getting 1,000 episodes worth of information in 5 days, and it's everything you need to build your actionable plan to financial freedom and making work optional.